Am I even ready? I don't know. Midnight. Meet him at midnight. Didn't I do that? Oh well.
I knew you'd come.
You a soothsayer?
It matters little who I am. Your escape, I made it possible. Previously, Yennefer, you found her thanks to me, so you feel you owe me.
Memento you gave me. Pretty effective reminder.
That is its purpose. Incidentally, I find it quite funny how even the most rotten scoundrels have this inner compunction to repay debts of gratitude. Humans, elves, dwarves, all races. You really must explain that to me one day. As for the here and now, tell me, how'd you manage with your theories?
You appeared out of nowhere, disappeared just as mysteriously, summoned a storm. Let me guess. You're a mage.
Oh, please, no. I cannot stand spells. Childish hocus-pocus. It's just not interesting. What I find fascinating are true tales, true human lives, like the one I shall tell you now. It's about a man, worse than most. A vulgar, despicable man with a heart of stone. A man who refuses to pay his debts.
Really think this'll interest me? Any reason why?
He's wronged you as well. His name is Olgierd von Everec.
What did he do to you?
Before I reveal this, I'd like to make one thing very clear. Olgierd von Everec did willfully and maliciously conspire to cause you to kill a man who might have been cured. Had I not intervened, you would have lost your head for this. Do you know why he did it? Because he's a degenerate monster in human flesh who feeds on the pain and suffering of others.
Well, you clearly don't like him. What did he do to you?
He and I made a pact. A pact under which I called on my many talents and associates to give him what he desired. And now the time's come to pay. Yet, he shirks his obligation.
Need me to collect a debt? I'm not some hired muscle.
Muscle is not what this requires. It needs a soul intelligent and clever. An individual who fears no dare. Someone like you.
Pure flattery, that.
Of course it is. After all, I am a traveling merchant. But make no mistake, I've many interesting wares on offer.
Wares like?
Surfeit. Abundance for the body and soul. You will lack neither food nor drink. As a witcher, you might desire weapons supreme. I can offer you those you dreamt of. Your body, agile as never before. Your mind, faster than lightning. Romantic prowess to charm all womankind. But above all, I offer a great and true adventure. An experience like no other. The fate of only the chosen few.
Sure sounds generous. And all that for my help with one small matter. Won't want anything else from me?
Just one. Honesty.
What about you? Call yourself a man of many talents? Can't you take care of this?
Therein lies the catch. Our pact states that before I can collect my due, I must yet fulfill 3 wishes for von Everec. but I cannot fulfill them myself directly, making use instead of a... how shall I put it? A proxy.
Mm-hmm. So what you need's a sucker.
What I need is an ally. And something tells me I shall find none better than you.
What do you expect me to do?
To start with, join me in paying Von Everec a visit. Then, well, then we shall improvise. I believe, however, that all will end well. And, once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared.
Right. Specifics now. Thought Olgierd had 3 wishes, requests, whatever.
He does. He may ask 3 things of us, yet we won't know what they are until we see him.
All seems a little shady. Your help, your pact with Olgierd, his 3 requests.
Think it over. I agree you've no a priori reason to trust me, but, as it happens, I was in the right place at the right time to help you. And it's also the case that the same man has wronged us both. To my mind, those are reasons to work together.
To my mind, not so much.
Come with me to see Olgierd. You shall see he's a vile, dishonorable man who treats the lives of all folk like playthings, as he treated yours when he sent you to find the Frog Prince.
Fine. I'll go see Olgierd with you, but no promises.
That is all I ask.
Now remove the damn mark.
Naturally. Just as soon as you complete your task. Go. You will not regret it. We shall meet there. I've a matter to attend to along the way.
Another debt to collect?
Perhaps.
Is there really nothing else to do? Maybe like this. Oh, there's so much. Ah, come on, let's walk this and try to get what I want. About healing, Witcher.
Smells like solutions, reagents. Wonder what's cooking.
Don't understand what.
Smells of... they were cooking Fistech. Took most of the equipment, only left what was broken. Open window. Boot print on the bed. Somebody was in a hurry. True as true can be. Dangerous trade, narcotics. Footprints. Uneven. Someone ran through here. Stopped here for a second, hid, then ran on. Scar on his forehead. Must be Clivert. Bolt in the back. Went in deep, so a close range shot. from the village, what that direction looks like. Crossbow bolt and footprints deep. Shooter must have been wearing heavy armor. Hoofprints leading towards the hill. Someone's still there.
How do you know? Maybe they have left the hill. Nice that they didn't attack me. What the fuck?
Rise, brothers, and trample the serpent! Faster for foot's sake!
Oh, first of all, you have to die.
Spells!
Fucking bastard. Oh, you have to die too.
How do you wish to die?
Not at all would be the correct response for that.
Spells!
Oh, they killed me.
How do you wish to die?
Oh, this fucking defense shit. That they can always defend whatever the cost.
Now, how long you gonna make me wait?
Exactly like that.
Brave arrogance.
How about
For fuck's sake!
defense works here? Or
Spells! Spells!
fuck you? No, it doesn't work. Finally. Really, these knights with their heavy armor become really a nuisance. Especially since they defend all of the time. there's no breakthrough or nothing. Is there a possibility to not die here? Where's your fucking healing? So annoying. Still doesn't work. Still think the Grand Sign is better. This is annoying. Why do game devs always make games more annoying in expansions? Like this, I mean, who should... Yeah, great. Poison. Really, it's like a rule in games. When game devs think about an expansion, they always make it more annoying. Never even bother making a game. Maybe removing the flaws or anything. No. Always make it more annoying. I mean, at least it's not easy as fuck now. I give him that.
Get in from the left! How do you wish to die?
But still, ever defending bastards, everything which... or always hitting shit.
Chop! Cut! Chop! Cut!
Pathetic.
Faster for fuck's sake! I've no chance alone! Rise, brothers, and trample the serpent! Spells! Spells! Eternal fire! from the left!
How about
Watch
a
out!
block button works when I press it? At least the knockdown works.
Come closer.
My mindset is so annoyed today.
What's this? Order of the Flaming Rose have a new seat? Not too shabby.
You listen, vagrant. Dunno why you're here, but take my advice. Go back to wherever you came from.
So, why are you still standing there? I need to smash your plate in?
Don't like your tone, brother.
I'd say, I thought I was being polite. But if courtesy don't work, we'll try something else.
Not your lucky day.
Blood for blood, brothers! He's casted spells!
Yeah, it will end at some point, but the expansion is surely makes things more interesting. Hey, Ravok.
Bloody hell! Who the devil are you?
I'm a Witcher, or as your brethren prefer to call me, a mutant, a freak.
You shouldn't be in here.
And Knights of the Flaming Rose shouldn't be murdering humans or producing drugs.
True. We shouldn't. We're supposed to defend the downtrodden, spread faith in the eternal fire. But Radovid tricked us. He broke his oath, sent our brethren to the front as common grunts, and once the mighty order was bled dry, he disbanded us. took our lands, confiscated our domains to finance his war. The brethren who didn't object were appointed mage hunters. Those who took umbrage dared to stand up to him. They were imprisoned or exiled. We're but a handful who still wear the colours. And we must find a new place in this world.
Congratulations and goodbye.
So you turned rogue?
Cool.
That your idea? Wonder what Siegfried of Denel would say.
Siegfried of Denel would... But how do you even... I know you. You're Geralt of Rivia, Jacques de Aldersberg's killer.
None other. And if I had to go back, I'd do it again.
That was the start of our downfall. You were the beginning. Accursed mutant! Draw your blade!
No need to yell. Just ask, politely.
Oh, these fucking crossbow dudes. Fuck you. Stop shooting at me. Now, can I please get out here? Or... I wanna get out of here. Oh.
Damn it.
So here's another crossbow shooter somewhere. What is there? That was amazing. Oh, fucking pole fighters. Can you attack? Not stand around them all of the time. Fucking get a knockdown. So what's up, Ravok? Just getting into the free part of your day somehow, or kind of quiet today. Yeah, she has a tattoo by a mage who somehow blackmails him to work for him or something like that. The usual bullshit. Oh, why is she there? What's Would you explain yourself? Doesn't help me a bit. I hide statements like Shakespeare. Whatever that means, lol. Is everyone today just putting random letters into the chat? Wispy? Again?
Avenged your friend.
I knew you'd succeed, Puss Peepers. I knew it. Go on, out with it. Who was the bastard?
Bastards. Brethren of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
What you do to them? Scald them with
We know.
irons, pick out their eyes, skin them alive.
You're a huge hacksaw,
No, just
Ravok.
killed them.
Oh, so handsome and so boring. Here,
By the way, Ravok, I should have sent you an invitation to a server on Discord I created for the game development and for the gaming and for whatever. I mean, I'm still trying to connect my chatbot to it when I don't play games, but yeah. Available on Discord now.
Buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
The content.
You choked it.
Maybe using go down.
£3.
And maybe if we sync it right for the dev ends, we can even make it so that we somehow sync and route our microphones and shit over Discord, so that we can actually talk on the same channel and somehow, I don't know, something should be possible on Discord. I just don't know exactly what I want now. But Discord. Like I said, I mean, first thing I actually want is make it available. Make the chat client available on Discord so that we see the Discord messages here. And maybe make a channel for the chat RPG so that it has its own channel on Discord. Not channel, or channel, yeah, I think it's channel. Yeah, I mean, using Discord, I can even give some ease of use functions like a real UI, so the chat client on Discord could get really nice because you could actually have some inventory, some graphical inventory or something like that in Discord itself. Because you have quite some possibilities to make a UI in Discord. And of course it's a bit separated from the usual chat. How about damage? I think I do damage, but not that much. This move is so annoying because you can't. You know what, I mean, that's really... You're just breaking my sword. And I'm not interested in that treasure. Actually, it's quite interesting. I mean, in the night I'm streaming for you now. In the early hours, morning for me, I'm streaming for OP now. Quite weird. But yeah, let's get through with this so we can actually come to something like... Well, 2, yeah. No, actually there are some lurkers in here too, which is always nice.
Well, look who's here.
They are just too shy to talk to us.
Steel. What's new? Got a growth on your platter there. You catch some kind of a theory, Pox?
Could say so. Manor's burning. You noticed?
That? All right. You know how it is. Feast drags on with plenty of dancing, merrymaking, rough play. We got a bit carried away, truth be told.
Plain to see. Where's Olgierd?
Damned if I know. Must be somewhere hereabouts.
No! Please! I beg you!
Shut your trap!
Let me go! Leave me be!
Shut it.
I ate with yous! Drank with yous! Fought beside yous! And you kill me now? I'm one of yous!
You might have been, but not no more you ain't.
What's he guilty of?
What the fuck's it to you? Not your concern, mate.
Whoa, nerves a little raw? Why?
You deaf! Get the fuck out of here, freak!
All I want is to know what exactly is going on here.
Well, you're not gonna know. Sod off.
I'll leave as soon as you tell me.
Aren't you a thorny prick up the arse? Ataman said to kill him!
Got your answer. Happy? Now piss off. We've work to do.
Wait, I know Olgierd wants him dead. Still don't know why, though.
Just what the fuck is it to you, anyhow?
Nothing really. Just curious.
Cocksucker violated our chivalric code. Just one penalty for that. Death.
What is this row? Are you not done with it? My ears wither from the screams. Ah, Geralt. As you've returned, might I assume you've cleared the sewers? Or have you not been there?
You killed my father!
Not I.
You lie! Whoreson!
That man killed him. Alone. Unbeknownst to me. Out of fury, for your father refused us hospitality. For this willful violation of the chivalric code, he was summarily executed himself. Anything else I might do for you? Take her away. Now, where were we?
Really necessary, that whole show?
Ah, show? Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean. Judging by the mark on your face.
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
Not sure I follow.
You know very little can hurt you. So you take wild risks. Chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all. It all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
Killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in order then. Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything left uncharred, that is. Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Gaunter Odin. Come to cast aspersions?
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must
grant you 3 requests, by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
That true? You know the Toad was a cursed prince?
He didn't just know. He brought about the curse himself. Did he not mention that bit? Well then, I'll tell it.
Hey there.
A ripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the Crown Prince of Rivia.
Say hello to Lilith.
Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him. Then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life in a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
Remind me, Odin. Who was to fulfill my last request?
My sister, Geralt.
Let me
What
go.
means no?
I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I must.
Come.
Where to?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
What he said about the prince, that true? You turn him into a toad?
Perhaps. Or perhaps the Aetheri Dauphin ate something that disagreed with him. You never know with their cuisine.
Never heard of food that turns men into monsters.
Then perhaps it was something he drank. I curse. Revenge for a deep disappointment. I was another man then. Let rage get the better of me and hollered the words without ever...
Lilith is hunting a beast. It was just cuddling with me and suddenly erupted into a monster.
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that.
I don't know, I haven't seen the beast. Lilith just sprang from purring, cuddling position
What's the meaning of this?
through the whole room and looks at something.
You mean to mount a filthy horse?
Out of my sight, wretch. Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye.
Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old, but his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rival Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fine, seems easy enough. And the third?
Complete those two. Then we shall speak of the third.
Once I'm done with those two, where will they find you?
I cannot know, as my band has planned some diversions. But let us say at the Alchemy Inn, in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Are we still in the same dialogue? Ah.
The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Actually, the opposite. I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
It's too nice to talk to someone with a delay and not knowing what he's talking about and then trying to make out the dialogue out of a context not giving to you.
You waited for me. Nice of you.
I could hardly abandon my proxy to the whims of fate.
Thought I have to fulfill Olgierd's wishes myself.
So states the contract. Yet, nowhere does it forbid me from providing.
By the way, yesterday were you just falling asleep? At some point you were just not there anymore and I decided to continue with Witcher since we still have some UN... how was it called the game? I don't know, there are still some missions to go.
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
I'm afraid he's dead. Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is...
Yeah, at some point it was kind of clear
soul. An old-fashioned ritual, a blood suck.
that you are not there anymore.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I'd need the blood of the summoned.
Blood. True. Of the summoned, not necessarily.
Oh, I was lazy.
Where'd you get this?
I didn't take a look at that. I will how about I download it immediately?
Assume it to be Von Everett blood and get on
What was the Dropbox?
Where'll I find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The Von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family. The charming redhead, for instance. The medic. You know the one.
Here it's done. So, I downloaded it, I just have to take a look at it later, but it's, at least it's here.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring him that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an
You
opportunity.
mean you don't want to see your game ticket played to the end?
Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. I have a feeling it could come in handy.
Guess it's high time I got to work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay. Can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find you?
I shall find you.
Good stopping point.
Good luck.
UN Squadron it was called, that's right. Yeah, we have to make some progress here, as I mean I'm actually itching for shining the Holy Ark, I have to say. Of course, shining the Holy Ark. But this doesn't mean we are not going to play this game. Oh, by the way, I have to get to the restrooms, so... and get me another coffee. How about we start with getting another coffee, so we wake up at some point. Lilith, what are you hunting? I don't see anything, I just see you jumping through the room like a mad cat.
Winds howling.
Garlic. I love good garlic. After you told me a work, they did it pasta with pesto and garlic. Is there are there different kinds of coffee? I mean, I like good coffee. the coffee which doesn't give you diarrhea, but diarrhea. Why does the US have such a complicated word? Diarrhea for the good German shit term Durchfall. But yeah, Gadam, do you want to explain me what exactly do you mean? I mean, yeah. Shouldn't be too strong, shouldn't be too weak, something in between. And I drink a lot of coffee, which means, I mean, I rather have it not so strong, but rather drink several liters of it a day. Pissing out my ass, yeah, I mean, of course we can build sentences which describe the fact which is happening, but I mean, just to have a simple term, and I mean, Durchfall really explains what is happening. It is basically pissing out of your ass in one word. Durchfall. Falling through, you know. Diarrhea is really, it's an awful word for something you want to use here and there.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A box and an army can
Wow.
be more ravaging than even their fierce.
Do we create shit poems now, or?
Will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Gross and toast?
Story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote.
I mean, maybe you should rhyme it with boast. I don't like to boast, but mine tastes good on toast. But something like that.
Without medic. Not like a scholar.
Some limerick.
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like in your mind?
Well, all that reading is hard on the...
Maybe we should make clips out of these limericks.
Oh, aye. Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get cut in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Ain't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
Well, you can also go into politics. I mean, basically, you can never lose your job for anything, as long as you stay in good terms with your party.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals.
And you're not bound to your word at all.
It's coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well, were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same.
Did I say that
You know me.
Germany still doesn't have any government? They still need to talk about that. It's so cool to watch talk shows here and there. And women have said that it really depends on what you eat before, but I mean, I wouldn't know.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
So what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet. The chaos continues. I'm still
Emily Post. I have no clue what Emily Post is.
At least I live at
I guess some great
as is my calling.
magazine.
Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Where do I start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince. And Ophiri wanted that.
Ah, it's like the Knigge in Germany.
I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up.
Knigge somewhere 2 centuries ago or something like that. Maybe it was 3. I have no clue when he published that book. Original published a book where basically the common rules for manners and behavior are written down, which are considered polite, appropriate, or whatever. So how you behave at the table, when you meet new persons, in certain circumstances, whatever. So and really everything is written down rule by rule, and it's basically idiotic what atrocious what is written down there, but still it is referred as the reference when you want to evaluate something, whether it's appropriate or not. At least by officials. Yeah, basically, I mean, it is a fine read, you have a good laughter there, but... and I mean, it changed over the years. Yeah, there are things written in there when you sneeze, whether... I mean, before it was written in there that you should say bless you. And I don't know, a decade ago or somewhere like that, or even long ago, it was changed to you don't say bless you there, but rather the one who snows has to say I'm sorry. And I mean, that's the things which are written down there. I really don't know what I'm talking to here.
Frankly, I don't really know. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother.
Yeah, I mean, if you liked it, I mean, that's really okay. I just don't need a book which sets the rules for behavior. I mean, people basically should think for themselves what they want to do and what not. And if it's inappropriate, I guess they will feel it sooner or later.
Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censor too.
No, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Interestingly, there's no chapter in there on when it is appropriate to show your penis in public. Seinfeld, yeah. And?
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
Summon that ghost? I didn't follow the conversation.
Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my third year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Aegrid, von Estiken, von Everek.
Von Braun.
It says
the good old ship in System Shock 2, die von Braun.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censor? We can meet at the entrance.
Sadly, System Shock 2 is, in my opinion, a mediocre game still. Even though I played it through a few months ago now. But the lore basically was good, the story. Just the gameplay was shit, and if gameplay in the game is shit, then you know, it's really not what you want to see in the game. Travel over the whole map, back and forth, back and forth.
The witch hunters defend us from monsters.
Von Braun. Actually, it would be nice to publish a book called Von Braun, which just explains things about shit. Von Braun. Would be amazing.
Greetings.
Show me what you had.
By the way, how about no? I should. 41 steel sword. Or 10, 3. I really need new weapons and such. I mean, it's just amazing. Not just new weapons, new everything. Maybe I should try to find some treasures or something like that. What's these armor pieces? Oh yeah. Well, it seems like good armor, but +6 only. Ah, the fuck. Let's build it. Oh no, they are even better. Oh no, it's not better. It is not.
So long.
I really want to have an option to mow down the Order of the Flame, as they are religious fanatics, and I really don't like religious fanatics in games I can't kill. We need to make a game where we kill Christs. Not Christs. There's only one Christ, Christians. Just completely without a reason. And our hero, of course, is a Nazi. Which makes absolutely no sense, but the less sense it makes, the better, I guess. Am I inappropriate? I need to exchange the sword, I mean. I guess... I think I never will get a viewer base if I'm talking about ridiculous shit like that. Cause people who listen to that for the first time might think, whoa, what is he? Doesn't he know that that's, you know, I mean, this, first of all, that's only a rule in the US, which is why I even envy you US citizens. Oh god, I can't talk today. And then, even in the US, I think there are people who just don't know what that means, I guess, I mean. Or don't you have these people who really who put everything, you know, I'm out of my own thoughts now. I lost the thread. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's cool when someone reminds us, hey, you know, I mean, it still would be nice if we don't kill each other. And maybe, of course, when you create such, let's take games for example, if you create such games, maybe you shouldn't make it as accessible to minors or to people who really don't understand that. That's obviously okay. But it's really like, I mean, what they do is really like, they are really like fanatics. I mean, like, I like to have my how is it called, Gedankenspiele, without having to explain publicly that I wouldn't consider doing that in reality. Cause I actually know that it's kind of that not a cool way to lead your life. I even think about what motivates people like, let's take Marilyn Manson. I mean not the musician, the other. What motivates them to do what they did, or to have done what they did. Just think about it, and I mean,
Witness me, brothers!
Well, how long are you gonna make me wait?
Wizardry! Oh, what a day! What a lovely day! I witness you, brother! Wizardry!
Get him from the left!
coming back to in the end, aren't we all mortal?
Watch out! Plow him! Come on, all together! Ha! Always open to you.
I watched some alternative talk show today, and I mean, there someone said something which is, I mean, which is pretty basic but still true, that he should have the right to not care about something, whether it's awful or not. He should have the right to have his moments where he just doesn't care, which is true. Sadly, he was a fanatic too, and talked a lot of shit also. But that statement should be something we should all heed to here and there. No need to worry about everything at every moment. You should, of course, when the moment, when when something presents itself, you should be able to somehow see it as it is. Whatever, evil or whatever. Whatever you see it. But there's no need to think about every evil and every shit at every moment. I mean, just take the, I mean, there's the debate about rape going on, you know, I guess you heard about it too. And it is awful, and if something like that presents itself, I will always defend the rights of the women and whatnot, and always stand at their sides, but like now when I'm playing something, maybe I just don't care that something like that is happening. I mean, why not? Because whom do I help if I tell you now for hours how evil that is and how we all should fight against it and whatnot? I mean, doesn't bring us forth, doesn't improve anything, doesn't help anyone in any way just now. I should be a little bit, a little more assassin. Luckily, feminists and feministic extremists are usually not watching such streams.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
That's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Didn't know you were getting married?
Not mine, silly. My friend's. This garland's not for me. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Angry? Yeah, of course there are situations where they should be angry. They just should try to be a little bit more realistic and maybe take into account that there are different opinions which are necessarily wrong, like with every discussion, just because they differ from theirs. And which doesn't even mean that they are wrong too or something like that. No, I mean, maybe we can come to something, to a conclusion, to something. Well, maybe we should talk about it. What? Yeah, of course.
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Next one.
Bring the sensor?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for, so I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Shall we?
I don't even know what I'm doing here, by the way.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such.
The thing is, what they are doing in itself is important. I mean, because there should be a strong personality, a strong voice which stands in for or against wrong things. I mean, that's not the thing. So I kind of respect what they are doing, but I can't listen to them for too long because they tend to be fanatics.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
By the way, not just kind of, I totally respect what they are doing. Still, even though I respect what they are doing, some of them are assholes. That's just... You can just put it like that. Even if what they are doing may be right. Let's shed some light. Yeah, I mean, you can do the right thing and still be an asshole. That's something you should think about. On the other hand, I'm aware that I'm an asshole too. With some things. Maybe all the time, I don't know. What it takes to do what.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around.
Anything. That's good.
Votive fire. Lit in honor of the dead. Old custom.
That's why we always stay alone, or why all of our friends are fanatics. Because all others are slaves of society. Here I am not knowing what I can eat tomorrow.
Old tombstone. Inscription's almost worn off completely. Kestitis? Not who I'm looking for.
Oh, I'm looking for someone. Cool.
Eulalia von Everec. Died in 1250.
How about we rob the crypt of everything? See, maybe there was something. I mean, there was a key here, okay. This fucking spider web ball. No! How about not spawning more of them? Spiders are really ass. Back when video gaming still was something nerdy, was so good. We all could live in our own small world. And basically don't give a fuck about anything. Today even gamers have an opinion about something. About, no, basically about everything. And I mean, of course they have an opinion about everything, but they always need to tell others. Why do they do that? I like to throw stones, nice. And others? Or just in general, like throw a stone, be happy.
Alexei, age 19, beloved son and brother. Probably shouldn't touch that. Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
You're throwing stones at other stones. That's interesting.
Life and death, fire and blood. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire.
I like it how the Witcher makes fire. With a snap.
Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought. Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Cause he's an asshole.
It's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everec's rise only for von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestetis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
I'll tear you to shreds. Kill him.
Are you kidding me?
For all
Now rout the whole family. Ghosts. I like it when ghosts want to rip out my heart.
I'll suck the life.
Oh, I suck the life out of you. Ja, we Germans know no fear.
My. Ornery whoresons those von Everecs, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everec, brother to Olgierd. Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
He's cool.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on a business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Get a lot of visitors?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We von Everecs have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? be what I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I'll go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Guess I could bring someone here, and you could borrow their body just for the night.
You wish me to possess someone?
Yeah?
Say I agree. Whose body would I inhabit?
Dunno. One of Olgierd's men, maybe? Or a peasant who'd agree to do it for coin?
Oh, no. I shan't crawl into the skin of some unwashed bandit or dung-eating swineherd.
Me? How about that?
No, not gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you, promised to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt, what's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Sorry about that, Shani. That wasn't me.
So who was it?
Me!
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Sorry, wasn't talking to you.
Who to then?
Well, to him. To Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid!
Right then, sugar. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
My sentiments exactly. Between you and me, this Witcher fellow is an awful bore.
Only sometimes.
Ha! Seems we're kindred spirits. So, off to the nearest hedgerow?
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case...
Was something with the picture now?
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then... the haylofts we shall devastate together.
We're just friends, always have been.
Never professed your love? No heartfelt admissions, confessions?
Never anything between us.
You mean to say you never gripped those gorgeous... Whoa. Never cherished those beautiful, nay, stunning... So, soft in the head or the loins?
Excuse me?
Ah, a pederast. Fine, if it's not your flavor, you needn't taste. All the better for me. I'll see she's properly satisfied. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
Where's the exit?
Keep your paws off her.
This whole witch's life.
What is it?
Those signs. I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your Witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not waste any time.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather is what matters.
I don't even know where to. It doesn't open. Of course it doesn't open. Oh, I hate. So, everything's awful quiet here. Everyone lurking, yeah. Having a good time. I don't know, I don't even know if there is a day. I just don't see anything in chat. But I guess people are not that much into Witcher. Or not that much into the streamer. As I said, I mean, there are times when, I mean, there's always a Witcher stream going on. I guess the others are just better at streaming this. Or speedrunning it, I don't know. I have no clue how Witcher currently is streamed by others. Oh, what the fuck? Can you please? Oh, people follow other people. What? Then I don't know enough people who follow me, or I mean, that is a problem. I have the feeling people look on Twitch after what they know, which is obviously not that bad of a strategy. And then there are communities, but the communities work rather strangely. They're actually not, I don't know, I don't see that many interesting communities out there where it would make sense to really be part of. I don't understand the whole concept. Yeah, I mean, but that's a problem, this threshold, because I mean, obviously, since the streams are ordered, they go in there. But I mean, how would you reach that threshold if you need to start? I mean, I know that I reached it by streaming Tomb Raider back then, because Tomb Raider, the classic Tomb Raiders, are just still liked by a lot of people. Especially playing it, slow through it, experiencing it. Other than that, there are just these static communities and people don't watch anything else. I mean, even if when Jenny comes in here and brings her last 8 viewers with her, I mean, Jenny has a solid user base or something like that. Then, I mean, you see they never interact or something, or just immediately leave, I mean. People are just not interested in anything. On the other hand, I mean, Jenny is a girl, of course. I mean...
Geralt, old chap, mind turning your arse around and going back to the wedding? I was to have a bit of fun, not a bloody walkabout. Keep this up, and I'll get sore legs is all. Not quite what Olgierd asked for.
Fine, we'll go back.
On the other hand, with specific games, you always get these experts on this specific games, which you also don't wanna really have, because they tend to berate you, you know, the backseating is strong with bigger games. Like, I mean, I don't know, when I played Fable, there were experts in here. I think with Zelda it wasn't as bad, even though I got some viewers there. I don't know, where did I get some from you? Like I said, I mean, most of my viewers I got from Tomb Raider back then. Gothic was a huge magnet, since Gothic is loved by a lot of people, has a large community. Legacy of Kain, more or less, has had some fans. Veven came in for Legacy of Kain.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
They are cool.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, hold. Mean to go in wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about
I
that?
mean, Jenny said she does this for a few years now and only recently got a few fellows. I mean, we all tend to have the same problem, and the problem is that the Twitch community kind of is set up like it is now. So this is nothing like a new field anymore. And people tend to not change their viewing behavior. So if they know there are channels, they go to these channels, and I mean, people are just not curious. I mean, they are not, and I mean, yeah.
All in all, why not?
Ah, that's
I mean, of course, people are curious, but they really tend to stay at what they have.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully.
It's like with games, I mean, since I play a lot of games, this is kind of a problem with a viewer base, since people don't tend to watch a lot of different games. I don't know. I don't know whether there are not the classic gamers out there anymore which really like a lot of content. You know, I don't know.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
see? Geralt's been a pill, a nag. That all changes today.
Dramatically, I'd say. He's never been very talkative to start with.
He's been a fool, but I shall make up for that now. Will you marry me?
A big step, but I will think about it. For now, we should simply enjoy my friend's wedding. May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Yeah, I thought about maybe not.
I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt.
I mean, with the Shining marathon, I've seen maybe I shouldn't do as long marathons.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his.
Of course, if the marathon itself doesn't hit the viewership, you're kind of stuck with the thing and just stream for yourself. On the other hand, I mean, I like to see obscure games here and there, even games I may not know,
Finally,
or I never tended to play through back in the days.
Break of dawn.
Like I said, I mean, I really like to experience new things, and
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight.
I mean, I'm doing this also to gain something for myself. I mean, it's not.
That's our deal. Then there's the capping, then you go back where you came from.
If people don't like what I'm doing, then I mean, you know, maybe we are just not compatible.
My strawberry.
But yeah, I mean, that's usually, for instance, that is why I included the game tickets or such. I mean, you can have one title, whether I played it or not doesn't matter, but I mean, it's one title.
A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear Rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Yeah, but then you would end up with playing the same game over and over again. Because like I said, people tend to like their singular games. The masses are just not gamers, they are a fan of single games.
When I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to be.
And for the polls to work, I mean, the problem with the polls is that there are not enough viewers. I mean, you have the basic problem again. And even if you have the viewers, you still need this certain percentage which actually acts and not just watches.
Time to say hello. Be nice now.
And if you make the polls more obscure, less people vote for it. Of course, then they don't care. Problems doesn't solve by trying to forcing them to do something in a certain range. What? Yeah.
Once more, all the best in your new life. Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn.
And I mean, like I said, you want to have people who actually like what you are doing and not change the things you are doing just to have people like you.
Brightly on this new path in your lives. I am Vlo.
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
And I see chatters who come in here, which drop by a hello or something. As soon as another chatter starts, chatters tend to not interact with each other for some unknown reason to me. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but it's very strange. Just certain chatters really interact with each other.
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited
But I see that in other channels too, the channels tend to talk to the hoster.
That's for damn certain.
Which is okay. I mean, that's why they're on the channel, but they tend to not talk to each other a lot.
If it's not the case, come, let's drink.
I mean, of course, it happens. Some people do that, but really, I don't know.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her. Wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, wool scope, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers, but we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers have gone as
Yeah, it tends to the weaknesses the RPG and Twitch chat obviously has. I mean, first of all, we need to implement the RPG as it is into Discord. And obviously connect the Discord chat to the stream. But I mean, this we should get in the next days. I mean, depends on how long it takes for me to implement the API.
You needn't worry.
And then I can throw myself maybe into the visual shit. Since I don't know a lot of it, but it seems like you can do some interactive UI in Discord.
The Flame Gulper. What did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher, Vlad.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the fire eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
So much coin, all for naught. I do hope the mutant can find the fire eater.
I mean, visual inventory of course means we need pictures for all the items.
Made these tracks true, but a small one. And judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks. So I shall follow these. A bone not so clean, I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill, the other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week.
Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Think I'll wait here.
Wonderful, my juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now. A broken branch. as if one too heavy sought to scamper up this tree. Seems our fire eater swallows a great deal more than fire. Or perhaps someone was merely gathering kindling. Ah, there is joy in this ferreting. A spark spitter's cap if ever I've seen one. As gesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. 2 conclusions then. Our magician is fat, and a coward. Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck, it has. I'll wear it for every performance.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp, can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
This may be my only chance to ask. Your fire-guzzling trickery, how does it work?
Oh, they toss me out the guild if I told. Except if I took you on as an apprentice. In half a year's time, you'd learn.
I haven't half a year. Come, just between you and me. We've drunk together. We're practically brothers.
Drank it all yourself. You're no brother of mine.
You dare toy with me this way? Very well. Refuse to tell me, and I shall leave you here as a morsel for any passing boars, bears, or bloodthirsty fawns. So choose wisely.
This here's assault. He's suppressing the arts.
Out with it.
I got the special mixture I drink before every show. After that, I can eat fire, spit fire, do what I please. It don't burn nothing.
Is that all? Where's the art in it? Any dribbling imbecile can smear his throat with a protective slurry.
I've had just about enough of this. First they release the hounds, then come and steal my meat, and now insults. I'm done here. Goodbye.
Didn't mean to offend the bloody charlatan. Do something.
Now, you're gonna forget everything you've seen, said, and heard in the woods.
Wouldn't a smack upside the head help the matter? Put the cheating coward back in his place.
No need. You'll go back to the wedding and show everybody your tricks.
Oh, your charlatan's tricks.
Yes, sir. I'll do as you say.
Coming or not?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
To the wedding, then. Perhaps I'll find some more interesting diversions there. Keep calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods. Gads! Bear!
Bear? That as much as your cost temple. Hide, fool.
Save me!
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master... believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please! I invite all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire!
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive. My first Witcher contract. Done. 5 meter found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher for damn certain.
Jesus Christ! Don't make us big. We're toasting the newlyweds. Mum!
Hey! You're the one about giving wenches from the globe of the sky.
Oh. Yes, Witcher? What's that frown about? Drink with us!
I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty. And to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, White Wolf. A wolf ain't my brain.
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough. Get going. You're drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that mix.
So I've heard. Cracking. Radovid took the order of the flaming horse, punched it with the tails.
Oh, there's stairs somewhere.
So scummy little creeps.
Cowards all. Fled across the footop instead of defending their fatherland.
Your health, Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never weep. May they sire many of them, and reap God's coin.
If I may, Shawnee, I'd show you how I cut a jig, nimble as a leopard.
Don't let me stop you.
What the fuck? I mean, we're dancing now? Seriously? Drunk as we are? Maybe we stopped. I don't understand that shit, but... There is a second floor here. Just to know how to get there. No ladder or anything to get there. Ah, here.
Look at this. Look there, Shawnee. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Then let's scamper.
How so? Just like that?
There aren't that many. You must have a splendid dance. Come now.
Just like that.
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse about.
Well, when it comes right down to it.
Yes?
You see, thing is...
Come now, spit it out. Just as I thought. Come, it's time we return.
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give a little miss.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon. I believe I was right not to just take you and... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come, we were to enjoy ourselves. Let's do just that.
Look. Munchkin's playing cards.
In the mood to lighten Geralt's purse?
Geralt won't mind. He's wild about cards.
Perhaps you'd care to sit down to some Gwent with us?
Most
No.
certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. many large sides.
Normally we play that the losers got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
Really, I don't care. Can I just forfeit? Yeah, forfeit again.
You lose, Witcher. Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement?
No weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself. Roaring drunk already, that's it.
We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even. Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that? Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everek's a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek.
Rogue's long dead, by my reckoning.
Exactly.
Those ears. You look, interesting.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Great. Now I lost 5% of my gold just because they had to implement a shitty card game.
Witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love.
If it
the barn down.
If it would be good, I would even play it, but it's... You know what we should do at some time? Play Ether Lords or something like that. Just show you how good a card game on a PC can be. Or basically a card game, a Magic copy. That's a good idea. Or go with something totally different. I mean, I can buy PC tickets too, you know, maybe as the next I buy a PC ticket and play some racing game.
For our special guests, the Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for our loving embrace. Come, Shani.
Nice. What is nice?
My romantic side.
So, Hans just Contra, okay.
Oh, you're rather good at this.
84,000. Ah! Ah, Gangolf, you shit. Expensive. So, I think we are clear now what we're gonna play. I never played through Burnout Paradise, and I mean, it was a good game.
Humble you are.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can't strut as proud as any peacock.
And it's always laughing at me in my Steam account that I think I totally need to play that someday. So
Call it idle curiosity.
let's use the ticket.
Many, and not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, none to match your charms.
Clothing is in this game is so good.
Draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
Not sure I do. What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you should keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I'd had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shani, may I kiss you?
You are incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's adrip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Can't say what would have happened. Probably wouldn't have danced at all.
Really?
Shut up! Shut up! You'll ruin everything! At any rate, I wash my hands of all my actions till the stroke of midnight.
I see.
Happened to see the man who announced your song.
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised. Who is he?
Gaunter Odin, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped it on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply. And certainly not on a whim.
I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
White wolf turned into the white ass.
Come, let's do something wild.
Legend. A dark,
That gingerbread's now but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That You will not find any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time. You touch it, that you sniff it, stroke it. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter Odin. My, what a lovely dress. The colour suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother. That you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it, I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me, cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5, took them on all at once, alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave, often. Pours a drink for me, gets soused himself, and talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Shani, I'm sorry.
It's all right. That was... forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies, not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe you. And now, Revellon. Time will wait.
So, can we control the game again, yeah? It's really a lot of blabbering in this mission.
Falling over themselves to catch a painted pig.
Smearing their wedding garb with muck.
Here you go. No, please, no! You do well not to pet. Here you go.
What sport is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned King of the Swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady, maybe.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured.
A witcher with asses chasing swine. Better than a goddamn circus.
What's that you say, peasant?
Me? Nothing.
Good.
As eels.
Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a
A
run.
Witcher with ass eels. Perfect.
Shame there's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing for posterity.
Watch my movement, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker.
And
come on, baby. Got a nice and cozy pen for you.
hello, can you? I don't get it.
Stupid swine. They infuriate me anymore. I'll whack 'em with a sign. You see that, Shani? One big pen.
Hello. Really, I don't understand this game when they don't really care about where you are.
You foolish peasants, learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Master Witcher, we ain't seen such pig-chasing skill in a long time.
Your family had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Here.
Oh, a baby pig.
Just don't go hiding it in some pouch. Brandish it on your horse so that all folk may see.
What do you say to that, Shani? Ever witnessed such agility?
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl, that's clear. I woo and woo, yet you do not succumb. So I can't help but wonder, what am I doing wrong?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everegg does his thing. Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
Did it hurt terribly, my sweet?
What?
When you fell from the
Burst.
Right, Sarah.
Shh, my dear. No more words. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? Really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Lesky, step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our down his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Obviously.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you gonna do there? Talk some more?
Naturally, we would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself. Just after I grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight.
Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Vary your stones.
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everec of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant.
That does it! Rah! Hi-ya!
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice. Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-ass swineheads.
Perfect fit for your job, you ploughing gentle fuck.
Fiercely. Stepper. Who else wants a shitty, damned cretin crew to me? Embarrassing to take a licking from our door. And with me watching. Peasant spawn. Got yourself a match for a Von Everec. Oh, Witcher. Away with you. Begone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods. Quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
Eliminating potential obstacles, see? All part of my plan. Usually I take a few passing blows in the doing, and the young miss in question then swoons with pity, tends to my wounds.
So, what went wrong?
It's this damned malformed body. All sinews, and this mug? Were I to wear my own, oh, 'twould be another story altogether. The maidens always fell for my melancholy eyes and the swagger in my scars. But I'll gladly try again. Just indicate a lass and...
You've proven everything amply. Let's just have fun, all right? After all, you haven't much time left.
Fine. I suppose you're right. Come then.
Oh, really?
So good to shake the kinks from one.
There's so much here in this game.
We must find more fun.
So much dialogue in this expansion, I don't know, but I dig it too much. They could talk less and let me play more.
From which to survey passing bows.
What do you mean? My back aches from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they said fire burns hotter in an old stove.
If I was your age, you'd be singing a different tune. Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bared. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie, I did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Look, mutations don't just turn them barren as a mule, they give them an ass's ears to
What
boot.
is what?
Must have some other horse part hidden in his trousers.
And once I retrieve it?
Well, your maid'll be pleased as punch. Or it means you're a gallant beau. And awful handy.
Is that all? No prize? Not even a kiss?
That depends on the miss in question. If she wants to give you a kiss, she will. But she ain't obliged.
Well, I'm definitely getting sleepy from this. I mean, this is like the 12th event now where they talk about shit I don't care about.
Oh, there's more to come.
Concept might be nice, it's just too much.
Prime game. Shani, your slipper. I shall prove I'd dive to any depth for you.
Interesting game.
Observe, Shani.
My eyes are glued.
Seems to think the slipping will be easier, don't it?
Okay, I found 3 lost shoes.
Damn mucky that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes overtossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shani. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Mm-hmm. Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is on.
Thank you.
Nothing like a good swim. Now we must do something else. Something wild.
Oh.
I'll leave you for a moment.
A wet shoe for a wedding.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone.
All this blabbering, really, I mean... if it even would make sense, but...
This night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt.
This was fun like an hour ago.
No need? Why, there's every need. Till now, I'd always considered peasant jollities unworthy of a gentleman. For tell me, who among you would rub shoulders with swineherds if born a noble? I delighted in the beauty of buxom farm wenches, of course, and indeed still do. Given more time, I'd prove this to each and every maiden here. Farmhands are a different story. Never took any note of them. Had one or two groom my mounts. They did this well, but were never worthy of conversation. Nay, not even if you paid me. For one must live by certain principles, am I right? But this day has changed all. Beneath the muck and dung, a peasant is a man. I understand this, thanks to you. You've still shite all to talk about, but I don't mind anymore. For this, I thank you, and say, you are well loved.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, yes, you are. All the maids join in the capping.
You're a maid too, Shani.
The midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give her a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely pair with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We'll sing to be kind. We sing so we can empty the other side. Christ will look eternal, pride will rest beware, or she'll make you a couple in the coming year. What's the groom a thing? Must be said gallant, gallant, gallant cow. You get the cow, oh, the calf, the hay. So you can be
Whoever caught the gallant shall be next to wed.
Blood.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. Dog's dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance. Their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone. They're bouncing.
Will you stop?
Did you see it?
No shite, I'm
She'll be next to Maria's peasant superstition.
programming here while they are talking this shit, because I really don't care.
I can't! I'm not finished here.
Way too long, way too bollocks.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Lovely as they are, think I'll put them away for now.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light, a team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shani, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everec, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
Didn't have to make him suffer.
Of course I needn't have. But I could.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everec will bother you no more.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A Witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Oh, we are through this task.
All this ain't just a dog's trick.
Berry laden overn.
That mug's a France.
There you rushing to.
Touch me wife and smack her sideways.
Rowan. Shani mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces. Pretty, I guess. Thing is, will it cheer her up? Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Oh, thumbs.
Fortnight in a cell and a smashed loot. That's the price you pay for
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shani.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
Let's go for it.
You got me.
For how long? A day? 2? Don't get me wrong. It's nice, but you come and go. Yet I need someone who'll be there every night when I come home. After a day of bandaging wounds and sewing up guts, I need a good glass and a good laugh with someone who'll help me forget it all for a moment.
I get it. And yeah, could never be there for you every day. But I am happy to see you always. And today, I'm all yours.
Well, in that case, let's drink to tonight.
To tonight. May the moment last.
got into our minstrels. Horribly off key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea. Did you enjoy the wedding?
Not exactly my idea of a good time.
What is?
Time I spend with people I know.
You know me.
True. And now I'm starting to enjoy this. Kinda like Vizima, remember? You, me, Zoltan, Dandelion, endless drinking binges.
And the Catriona plague?
That was background. What I remember most, the mood, the feelings, the people I met. And those I met for the second time in my life.
You're right. I was up to my elbows in work, but those were good times. They're nice memories.
For me too.
Wow. If I do it right. You can even embed videos or whatever when you use the Discord API.
My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent, but don't tell the old battleaxe. She'd be furious if she learned how to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I
Really?
had chosen.
Could they stop blabbering now?
Doubt your mother's that unbending? You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
No.
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
What options?
I wasn't in the mood. Would have resisted, tried to regain control.
I think you would have seized the opportunity.
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Ooh, gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, like they are moaning. I mean, like it was already a good fuck.
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Promised you this night. Aim to keep my word. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting is what interesting does.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
How did you know?
I'm clairvoyant.
Practically full.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm. Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
You're dead wrong. Look, it's right there, in the middle of the lake. What are you doing?
What one usually does on the moon.
Hey there. Porn. And we really needed to play this for 2 hours now just to fuck her, or... It was even more than 2 hours. Sometime later, it's the middle of the day.
Awake already?
For a while now. Did you know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No, not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
Sound like you wish you could.
No, I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it. But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Shani, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Have we ended this quest now? Can I finally play it again? Awesome. So, okay, I have implemented a lot more options in to the Discord API while we were watching this for some reason. That was totally exciting. Really, I mean, I'm all about for good cutscenes, but I'm not for pointless blabbering in games. I mean, especially if it's extremely long and doesn't serve a point. Yeah, I mean, we want to implement Discord soon, so I mean, if they show us these cutscenes, which I'm really not that interested in, why not use the time?
Witness me, brothers!
Oh. Can you fucking build up that fucking spell? Oh, that wedding was awful. I mean, this expansion, it seems kind of interesting. I mean, some of the story of the immortal thing, I am interested in that, but this wedding was awful. Exactly like what I never want to see in games. Long and dull and 100 armor. Oh, that's a sure equip. What? Plus 64 armor? Don't I have any trousers equipped? Why do I have hunting trousers? No wonder I'm getting killed here. I guess it's because of the wedding or something like that. Or because I don't know. So hopefully we will never go to a wedding again in this game. I mean, there is a reason why on real weddings there's alcohol, so you can get fucking drunk. Cause they are really not that interesting. I like it that you can just knock down the shield guys, because I mean, there's no real way to. I mean, obviously you have to wait until he knocks down these guys. And sometimes they just rush at you.
That's enough of that.
Oh, I can hit dudes again. Oh, and arms are cut off. I feel like after the racing game we will play a shooter or something like that. Maybe the game is just too indirect for me to be playing a week and longer. Maybe we finally play Rise of the Triads or something like that. Yeah, shouldn't forget about our retro shit. I mean, obviously, officially Shining the Holy Ark is there. Yeah, Squadron shit, yeah, we have to play Rogue UN Squadron. Obviously, I mean, it's a ticket. Ticket priority, you know. So, after all of this wedding, I have to go to the restrooms. So, see you in a minute.
Look!
So now I put up another coffee because after this cup my coffee is empty. Or I don't, you know. For some reason I need a lot of coffee today. Maybe it's because of the game content. What is it, Lilith? What is it? Hmm? Yeah.
No stranger to the bottle, eh? Blimey, those are some raisins.
Can you...
What are they doing?
Hey, overgrown wains, you see. Have you any children, Geralt?
None.
Oh, yes. Forgot witches is sterile. Well, don't just stare at me. Tell me what brings you.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Is that all? Or have you something else?
Gonna work on getting you Bersodi's house next.
Best of luck. Enjoy.
You'll see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
And it shows. What's an oddity like that to you? Had enough of this job.
This big, 5 foot long, gives me up.
Got anything for an aching belly? Stab it pain here.
Greeting?
Show me what... So long.
So, which means? I don't know what which means. Which or? Yeah, doesn't matter. Gonna save up now, and we're going for Yuan Squadron now, because this is a good point. We've solved a major quest and we got bored almost the fuck out of it. So, see you in... two minutes? 1 minute? I don't know. In whenever I have the game up and running.